All right. Hi, everyone. It's Global Scholarships, and I'm your host, Az. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everything is going great. And today we are here with another weekly live stream. And I'm here joined by, of course, by Eamon. Eamon, how are you? How are things going? I hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you, Az.
Okay. So everyone, if you are not if you are new here, we do this every Friday. We do a live stream on both YouTube and Facebook. So if you're seeing this on Facebook, we also have a YouTube channel that you might want to see. We share a lot of informative stuff about scholarships, about studying abroad in general. So in our live streams, we go over a couple of scholarships that we have picked for this live stream and see like what kind of opportunities you have. But at any point of the live stream, if you have any questions, it could be about it doesn't have to be about the scholarship, like the specific scholarship we are seeing. It could be about any scholarship or like about studying in a country, or some of our viewers come and ask us about their certain situation, like I'm from this country, I have this as GPA, I want to study this in this country, like what scholarship opportunities do I have, or like what kind of advice you can give me. And Eamon here gives them like more expert insights about that. So it could be about anything. Just feel free to ask them at any point you want. Don't wait for me to like finish what I'm talking about. Anyway, this is a very short introduction. This is our website, globalscholarships.com. As you can see, we have a search tool here. This is an amazing search tool. I use it all the time. I strongly advise you to use it if you are looking for scholarships. It's completely free. There is no like registration or anything required. You can just come here and type in anything. For example, let's say Oxford, right? I typed in Oxford. And why doesn't give me? Yeah, okay. So University of Oxford. It could be about an institution, a specific scholarship, or let's say maybe I want to study in Canada. You can just click on whatever you're interested in, and then you get, as you can see, hundreds of scholarships. As a result, you can filter them by degrees, by like location, scholarship type. Maybe you want a full funding scholarship, maybe you want a full tuition scholarship. There are many full funding scholarships, of course, but partial funding, we have a lot of those in our database, and maybe subject or nationality. So it's free to use. It's a really good tool. I use it all the time, and I strongly advise you to use it. Anyway, so the first scholarship of our day, again, I'm going to start to see our scholarships. But again, at any point, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask them. Don't wait. We'll do our best to answer them for you, okay? So the first one is Tuition Promise Scholarship at Berea College. Now this is for bachelors. The next one will also be for bachelors. These are full tuition scholarships. So basically these schools don't charge you tuition fees. Now the next one will be in Germany. A lot of universities in Germany don't charge tuition fees. But this is kind of more of an exception, because this is in the United States, and I do know that a lot of you want to study in the United States. So this university, Berea College, does not charge you tuition. We'll see that, as you can see. But first, let me share the link for you on YouTube and Facebook. All right. So this is for bachelors. It's in Berea College. There are no specific nationalities or subjects for this one. There is no specific like application. You just need to apply to the college, and if you're accepted, admitted, you are automatically considered for this. And as you can see, the deadline is far in the future. So as you can see, this covers your tuitions, and there is no like eligibility criteria is being academically excellent and financially challenged, but this school also gives you some opportunity to work in order to cover your tuition fees. Like there are more opportunities. So let's see a little bit more about Berea College. Again, it's in the United States. It's a very small school. Like it's doesn't charge tuition fees. Like, so it's basically funded by like charity donations and etc. So it's not a very large school, but it's a good school in the United States. So, and if you want to learn where it is, let's see, Berea College, right here. It's in the United States, as you can see, here in Kentucky. So this is the school, and if you want to study in the United States, it might be a good pick for you. As you can see, there are people from a lot of other countries, because like there are a lot of people who want to study in the United States, but they cannot because mainly tuition fees are extremely high. Like if you go and live in Kentucky, for example, let's see the how expensive the cost of living in Kentucky is, right? It's not a very expensive place. Yeah, here it is. For example, you can look at Louisville, right? So it will cost you around $1,000 a monthly. So like if you stay here for 9 months, even like for entire year, it will cost you about $12,000-$13,000 to study here. But a lot of schools has like $40,000 tuitions. So like the main problem for a lot of international students is tuition fees in America. So this university does not charge you. Here we have deadlines, as you can see, no tuition. And so that's it. That's the school. If you want to study in United States. Now you can get more information about the scholarship by clicking here. As you can see, no tuition, no kidding. Here it says, or is it? Yeah, no Berea student has paid tuition since 1892. So like for more than nearly 200 years. No, not 200. Sorry, more than 100 years. No one has paid any tuition fees. That's why it's a small school, by the way. So they have like donations. They have their own like funding options. So they are a small school that doesn't charge tuition fees. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the school, and this is the scholarship. Eamon, do you have anything you want to add about this one? This is kind of a kind of an exception that we don't see all the time.
Yeah, so that's probably the one thing that's noteworthy is that it's one of the very few colleges in the US that believe in accessibility as far as education is concerned. And for that they just don't charge their students tuition as long as the student is academically an excellent student. So they benefit from that because they get alumni, and the alumni give them a good reputation. Their reputation gets them higher rankings locally in the United States and also internationally among other universities around the world.
Yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, again, like accessibility is quite important to the school. And here it also says like alumni and other donations are quite important for this school. That's how they operate. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This was the first scholarship of the day. Again, at any point, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask them. There's no need to like wait for me to finish what I'm talking about. But seeing that we don't have any we don't have any questions, I'm gonna move on to our next scholarship, which is, again, it's for bachelors. Not just for bachelors, but we don't get many scholarships for bachelors. So this is free tuition at Ludwig Maximilian University of Munich. It's for bachelors, masters, and PhD. It is as straightforward as it sounds. It's just free tuition. Let me share the link. Now, Ludwig Maximilian University is one of the best, like one of the highest ranking, higher ranking universities in Germany, and a lot of people are interested in studying in Germany. And like one bad thing about Germany is that cost of living can be quite high, especially in places like Munich, Berlin, like very urban areas. But also a good thing is that there are a lot of schools that just don't charge tuition fees, so you only have to worry about the living cost, and they also charge you some fees, university fees, but they are like, I'm not sure, about like a couple of €100 per semester, I believe. And as you can see, we have the note here. They must pay a semester fee to the Munich Student Union or student, whatever it is. Okay, there are some fees, but not even close to tuition fees. So this is the scholarship. You just need to be an international bachelor's, master's, and PhD student or applicant of Ludwig Maximilian University of Munich. Now, again, university is one of the largest universities in Germany. It's in Munich. As you can see, there are no other scholarships. Usually, universities in Europe don't really give out a lot of scholarships. So here we have like the admission process, and also I kind of forgot to mention, but there are no specific nationalities or subjects, and the deadline is July 15th, so like it's quite available for a lot of people. As you can see, this is pretty much it. There is no tuition for this university, and if you want to learn more about the university, like where it is, it's clearly in Munich. Hang on, let's see what the university is. It's kind of very old. It's a very old school. I believe it was like, let's see. Here's the university in Munich. So like, if you don't know, it's the southern part of Germany. So you are quite close to like Austria, Switzerland, and Italy. Austrian Alps, if you're interested in that. So this is the university. It has quite a number of alumni that got Nobel Prizes. So it's a very good university. It's a very old university. I believe it was founded in like something in 1400s. So it's a really good university, and not much to say about this scholarship. It's basically free tuition. You can learn more by clicking under the eligibility criteria on free tuition pages, right? So this is pretty much it. Like we have general information here, student loans, if you want to learn more, as you can see. No tuition fees are charged. So yeah. You can get more information about the other fees, like semester fees. This is visiting students. I guess here it says further information will be provided by the respective faculty. So yeah, it's not nearly as high as tuition fees. So that's pretty much it. This is free tuition at Ludwig Maximilian University of Munich. Eamon, do you want to add anything about this one?
Yeah, not really. So this is just typical of public universities in Germany. They're all, for the most part, all of them are free. Students have to pay like a small amount each semester, which could be like 250 to 300 euros, but that's the extent of it. And it shouldn't be much for anyone who wants to study abroad. So it's not much of a scholarship, but
Yeah.
it is free education.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for a lot of people, in my opinion. So as you can see, it's kind of expensive, but like it's about as expensive as living in Kentucky, which is not a very high urban place. Meanwhile, here you live in Munich. So, but this amount, like, I mean, this is without rent, of course. But usually I find that a lot of like cost of living that is given by a lot of schools or some ministries for like expected cost of living for students, university students, are usually on par with this. So I guess it would be something like this for a student, a monthly living cost. So yeah, so this is pretty much it for this scholarship. Again, at any point, if you have any questions, either on YouTube or Facebook, you can just ask them in the chat and we'll do our best to answer them for you. Okay, we don't have any questions right now, so I'm going to move on to our third scholarship of the day, which is, here we go. It's for your doctoral fellowship at University of British Columbia. Now, this is for PhD students. It's in University of British Columbia in Canada. It's in Vancouver. It's full funding. There are no specific nationalities or subjects for this one. And as you can see, there's no additional application. So yeah, it covers 100% of tuition fees, which is quite a lot for any Canadian university, really, but also specifically for University of British Columbia, and gives you an $18,000, this is Canadian dollars, by the way, living stipend. So it's a very good opportunity, so you should expect this to be quite competitive. Let me share the link before I forget once again. Okay, so yeah, here's the link. Anyway, so this is the scholarship. University of British Columbia, a lot of people know this school already. It's a very large school in Vancouver, Canada. Again, as you can see, 67,000 students, and as you can see, there are 17 different scholarships. And if you want to see those scholarships, you can just go to our page for the university and just scroll down, right? And all the scholarships are here. For example, we have one full funding international scholars program. We have Vantage One Interest Award, it's 25,000 Canadian dollars. Another one, partial funding, 85,000 Canadian dollars, right? So there are a lot of scholarships here. But today we're talking about this one, Doctoral Fellowship. And we get more information here. We have more information here, like deadlines. As you can see, tuitions are about like 40,000 Canadian dollars, which is, I guess, around 30,000 United States dollars. So it's quite a lot for a lot of people. Like a living stipend, like maybe the amount of money you would have to spend here for an entire year could be like 1/3 of that money. Maybe that, but maybe half of that, right? So it's quite a high number of if you want to learn where the university is, so University of, oops, sorry about that. Let's just copy this one, right? It's in Vancouver. It's the eastern part of Canada. This is the one, University of British Columbia. It's a very like high-ranking school in Canada. It has a lot of Nobel Prize winners in its alumni. So yeah, this is the school basically. I mean, University of British Columbia. A lot of people know this school already. Right. So the scholarship is, again, covers your tuition fees, which around like can reach up to like $120,000 in total. So if you want to get more information, you can just click here for your doctoral fellowship, right? And you have here eligibility, evaluation criteria, application procedures. So, and as you can see, this is pretty much the same information. And if you want to learn more about recipients, you can just click here and go to the guidelines, and it's like there's a lot of information here. But in its essence, in a nutshell, it gives you tuition fee coverage, and an $18,000 living stipend. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Eamon, do you want to add anything about this one specifically?
Yeah, so this one is a great opportunity for PhD students. There are no specific eligibility criteria other than being international students, but
Right.
um the University of British Columbia is known for uh being a little picky as far as international students are concerned, especially at the PhD level. So
All right.
the students that get in are almost guaranteed to get a scholarship, but getting in requires a really, really good academic record, a good background. You need to prove that you qualify to be
Mhm.
admitted at such a reputed university. But if anyone thinks that they have what it takes to get into the University of British Columbia, this scholarship is an amazing opportunity because you get to pursue your PhD studies, and for the most part, everything is covered. So it's a great scholarship. Yeah.
Yeah, also, Canada is kind of known for accepting a lot of international students too, so there's already quite a lot of diversity. I don't think you would have too much problem kind of blending in, um, especially, I guess, if you're from Asia. So yeah, thank you very much, Eamon. That's pretty much it
Yeah.
for this scholarship. It's a very good opportunity. It would be quite competitive, as Eamon said. Um, there are not much of a specific eligibility criteria, although I believe scholarships with specific eligibility criteria that you match is usually kind of better than the ones that doesn't have any eligibility criteria, which is why I believe you should really go and look into our search tool to find like very specific scholarships that maybe can cover your, like, hang on, for example, let's say environment, all right? If the scholarship is specifically for environmental science and you want to study environmental science, like it will filter out a lot of people. It will be better for you. But again, this is a very good opportunity. So again, guys, if you have any questions about anything, could be about the school, could be about the scholarship, any other scholarship, about your specific situation, like something that you might have a difficulty. Like a lot of people are coming here asking about like what kind of scholarship opportunities they might have. Some people come here and ask about like, for example, a specific test they have to go through, like maybe language proficiency or maybe like standardized tests, etc. So could be about anything. Just if you give us specific information, detailed information, we will do our best to help you. Seeing no new questions, I'm going to move on to our next and the last scholarship of the day, which is graduate assistantships. Hang on, let me just wait for the graduate assistantships at Northern Kentucky University. Now, this is for PhD and master students. We already have done a lot of graduate assistantships. So if you like follow our live streams, you are probably kind of familiar with what graduate assistantships are. So basically, these cover your tuition fees and a stipend of up to $32,000 depending on the course. Basically, these are just you working in the university. Might be a teaching assistant, might be a research assistant, so that kind of thing. Now, this is for in Northern Kentucky University. It's full funding. There are no specific nationalities or subjects on this one. You do have to apply for this, and as you can see, the deadline is, we have a lot of time. There are some eligibility criteria. For example, at least 6 credits in a graduate program, 3 GPA, which is not extremely high. You should not be pursuing dual enrollment programs, and required skills to perform their assistantships tasks and duties. As you can see, kind of like an employment. Anyway, the university is not a very large university. I kind of specifically especially deliberately picked this one because there is one thing that every week we see a graduate assistantship, and there's one thing that Eamon keeps like emphasizing. It's that like graduate assistantships cannot be really relied on to cover your expenses, because like to get this scholarship you need to be in the school as a PhD or master student. So like you have to be able to cover your expenses and tuition fees. So I kind of especially picked a school that is comparatively more affordable. This is an affordable school, kind of a small school, doesn't have a lot of scholarships, but quite affordable. As you can see, the tuition fees are just $12,000. It's in Kentucky, again, like comparatively a more hang on, let me just see the university, comparatively more affordable. So like this is already more affordable than a lot of universities in the United States if you want to study here. So that's why I specifically picked this one. We actually saw here it's actually closer to Cincinnati, Ohio. So it's like, let's see, yeah, as you can see, it's about like $986 a month cost of living, right? So like it's already more affordable than a lot of universities in the United States. And if you get the graduate assistantship, then you will keep the money you already have. So again, not a very high criteria, eligibility criteria. You can click here to go and learn more about the scholarship, right? We have here like eligibility. I mean, there is like quite a lot of details in most graduate assistantships, because again, like it's kind of like employment, are paid on an hourly basis in return for no more than 20 hours per week when they are enrolled in coursework. Like you work at school for 25 hours per week, and you get like your tuitions covered and a stipend, which I'm not sure about the number, but it could be quite generous. I believe $32,000. Is this? I guess this is yearly. If it's, or even if this is like four years, it is still quite generous. So yeah, it's a very good scholarship. And if you don't get it, again, the school is already way more affordable than a lot of other universities in the United States. It's not a very high ranking university, but it's also not a bad school. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is graduate assistantships at Northern Kentucky University. Eamon, do you want to add anything about this one specifically? Oh, sorry,
yeah.
I'm interrupting you, but we do have a question. Any fully funded scholarship opportunity for MSc chemistry or any related course for international students, say in Nigeria, available? Like again, I really advise you to use our search tool. You can just click here, chemistry. We can just type in chemistry. Again, this is completely free. You don't even need an account or something. Fully funded. Let's choose full funding. We have 400 MSc. Let's say master's degrees, right? We have still around 200. But let's say if you want to apply for this right now, then you need open deadlines, right? Around 38 you have. A lot of them are not like don't have specific nationalities. So if you're from Nigeria, that won't be an issue. So as you can see, there are a lot of graduate assistantships here too. It's like universities in the United States especially have a lot of graduate assistantships. So if you're interested, I am sharing the link. You can go use that link to go to our results and see these scholarships. You can just click on any of the scholarships you're interested. For example, let's click on this one, HTR. in Curtin University, Perth, Australia. It covers tuition fees, living costs, research allowances, health insurance, relocation fees. As you can see, there are a lot of available scholarships. If you have any other like specific more details, we can do our best to answer them, like help them using those details. So more detailed the questions are, more we are able to help you. I'm sorry, Ayman, I interrupted you because I just saw the comment. Please do go on about the graduate assistantships at Northern Kentucky University.
Yeah, no worries. I was just going to say that you covered everything, even my reminder that it repeats every week
Right.
of graduate assistantships not being awarded before admission. They're basically work opportunities that universities publish, and then students apply to those. So only admitted students get to apply, and even then there's no guarantee that you would get the position. The positions are very limited, and sometimes you need to get in touch with the teacher who's responsible for a certain subject because you will be their assistant. You could be teaching their class or grading uh, the papers of their students. So it depends on the position. Um, yeah, so students need, even though they're scholarship opportunities, you can't bank on them before applying for admission. So basically, if you want to pursue graduate assistantships, you need to have your own funds for studying abroad. And then if you get the position, that's a plus for you. It's like getting a job. Uh, it's just the equivalent of getting a part-time job there, but it pays better and has way, way more benefits for a student.
So yeah, I actually believe, kind of ironically, graduate assistantships are really good opportunities for like bachelor students or master students, in terms of like if you are studying for bachelor's, studying your bachelor's degree in your country. Like I think graduate assistantships are a good tool to plan for in the future, right? You want to, for example, study in the United States. Okay, let's see Northern Kentucky University. Like you can prepare yourself, maybe save a little bit of money and see, you know, it's not a very expensive school. Maybe I can save some money to cover the tuition fees, like have it plan for like financially covering my living costs. Like I think these are like, if you have maybe 3 years, 4 years, 5 years in front of you to your PhD, I think these are really good opportunities to plan for in the future for studying abroad. Like if you are studying bachelor's in your own country and you want to study abroad, like you can start preparing yourself for PhD maybe, and then trying to like get graduate assistantships. So I think like if you have 4 years, 5 years, and also you can do research on a specific subjects, which would make it easier for you to, for example, be accepted as a research assistantship, teaching assistantship. Like a lot of schools look into that, like what kind of research have you done before. Like having something specific might really help you. So I think really there are really good opportunities for especially bachelor students to aim for in their future, I think. And a lot of universities, even like very good universities, do have these opportunities. So yeah. Okay, so that's it, guys, for like that was the last, this was the last scholarship of the day. If you have any questions, we can answer them. I'm gonna leave here like a moment, give you like a minute to ask any questions that you might have. Otherwise, we will end the live stream here. And again, we do have a YouTube channel. We do a live stream We do every live stream every Friday on both Facebook and YouTube. So like if you're interested, you can just come here and ask any questions that you might have. Maybe you missed the live stream. Also, we do have a YouTube channel if you're on Facebook, and we share a lot of informative stuff here. Like for example, how like some tips and opportunities to study in a certain country, maybe like for as affordable as it can be, or maybe even free. Like what opportunities do you have? What are some of the best, for example, medical schools? What are some of the most affordable, cheapest universities in a specific country? We do share a lot of information on that too. We also do have a TikTok. We share a lot of videos there too. And starting from this week, we are also doing live streams on TikTok. So there are a lot of ways to get information from us. So, okay, I don't see any new questions. Thank you everyone for being here and watching us. If you're watching this on VOD, thank you for watching. And Eamon, thank you very much for joining me here today.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, Az.
Okay. All right then, everyone, we are ending the live stream here. So see you next week at this same time, same day. Bye.